Hello, loves. I wanted to hop on and talk about this relationship between power, personal power, and frequency. Maintaining your frequency. I did a healing yesterday on elevating your frequency. So I wanted to kind of bring in a little bit more with this. So when we talk about maintaining your personal power, it's really when like things are going smooth, you're coasting, you've cultivated a nice high frequency, you're feeling good, you're moving through life, and you are empowered. Something happens and you address the something. You respond with integrity, or you respond with what matters most to you. And when we don't do that, it's a power leakage. And this also lowers our frequency. So these two concepts, these two ideas are really very, very similar and can be brought together to understand keeping your frequency high at a more in-depth level. So let's say you wake up, you had a good night's sleep, you head down and have your morning drink, you meditate, you move your body in a way that feels good and aligned for you, and you're set, you're ready to go. You are empowered, you've got a nice high frequency, you're vibing, right? You're feeling really good. And then your partner comes down and blames you for something. And you're like, it's not my fault. And then your child shows up and starts begging for more screen time, or, I don't know, for chocolate for breakfast. That happens in my house. And you slowly get frustrated, right? You're turning down the dial on your frequency and you're leaking power. So now you are heading through your day and you're a little bit more, a little bit more on edge, a little bit more irritable. And let's say your boss shows up and says, hey, you got to do X, Y, and Z. And you hate X, Y, and Z. In fact, it makes you want to quit your job, and you hate it so much that you get inflamed inside. You're enraged and full of fury and telling yourself a story that sounds something like, I'm a victim, I'm a victim, I'm a victim. I have to stay here, I'm trapped, or some version of that. So I want to give you a better way and some ideas to think about, like how you can maintain your frequency, your power throughout the day. So let's rewind, right? You're feeling good. You did your yoga. You had your green smoothie. You're ready for the day. Your partner shows up and says some version of blame, blame, blame. And you say, oh, honey, that's not quite accurate. I think that's more in your wheelhouse, your responsibility, but I can see why you would think it would be mine. I love you. I hope you have a great day. All right, so you flipped it around. You were able to see it, not own it, and you called them on their crap. And then you can maintain your power, right? No power leakages. Your frequency's still high. Then your kids show up and they start begging for whatever they're begging for, or they are asking for more screen time, or being loud or obnoxious, or being kids, and you feel yourself start to lower. In that moment, you have a choice to establish a boundary. Now, this is hard when we feel guilty, when we feel shamed, when we feel like we're not showing up for our children, that maybe we're over choosing ourselves, and that's kind of a whole other call. But in that moment, if you lay down a boundary with love and respect, not only are you honoring yourself and your power, but you're also giving your child a firm place to land, right? Children need boundaries. We all need boundaries. Children need this desperately. So after you do that and your child straightens up in the magical world, but really with consistency, this does actually happen. I'm living proof. Then you've maintained your power. You are in a good place. So what's next? You head to work. There's something out of your control. You can't give your boss a boundary. I mean, sometimes there might be opportunities for that too, right? You can say, no, that's not part of my job description, or no, that's not something I'm going to do today. But sometimes there is things that you have to do that you don't want to do that make you mad that you have to do them. And in this instance, you can invoke something called radical acceptance. I love this concept. It comes from Buddhist psychology. And the essence of it is, I don't like it, I don't want it, but it is. And the more I fight what is, the more I suffer. So I'm going to accept it. I'm going to do the thing, I'm going to breathe, and I'm not going to engage in any storytelling or any name calling or any victimhood. I'm just going to do the thing that I hate to do to get it past me and move on about my day. I'm going to breathe and love myself all through it. So I hope this helps you maintain your frequency, maintain your power. It takes a good bit of practice, but you can get there.